Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So it's my turn in the Rach and Brother Crafts Best of Brits collaboration, and I am buddied up with Wendy from Little Nest Crafts. So the idea about this collaboration is it's UK people that have YouTube channels that are buddied up with another UK YouTuber, and we're each choosing a project that the other's done. And so I will link down below to the project of Wendy's that I have that I'm going to, that's inspired me, and the idea is that we're helping out UK based YouTubers who to promote us and maybe bring more people to people's channels, because that's what Rach likes to do. She likes to help promote people. So there are big channels and little channels within this collaboration, and I do hope that you enjoy going around. I've certainly discovered new people that I didn't know about, and for us in the UK it's lovely to have a UK one, because if they talk about products that they've bought, we can go and get them. You know, I watch lots of Americans and they talk about Hobby Lobby and you know, Michael's and Dollar Tree. We don't have those shops, and so it's nice when people talk about the range or the works or Hobbycraft. It's like, oh, I can go there. So yeah. And I don't go into town every week, so it's nice to have a purpose for going in. Anyway, so Rach has done a lovely kits to go with this, background papers, ephemera, journal kit, etc. And they are all at 40% off. I'll link down below to all that for you. It's called, oh gosh, here I am. I'll probably flash it up there. I want to say To the Manor Born, but it's not. That was a TV show. Anyway, it's like Ooz's English Rose, and you know, sort of traditional, sort of Downton Abbey-esque. I think it was Downton Abbey was because there's a movie out in there, was kind of inspired. So yeah, so it's full of these beautiful papers. So I haven't got the whole kit here. I have just gone through and picked out pages that I really liked, having no idea what I was going to do. My HP subscription was about to renew. It was the end of the month, and I needed to print virtually my whole 100 pages. So I just went through and picked out pages that I thought I might use. At that point I hadn't watched my partners. I'm doing two slots, so yeah, I got two partners, so I had no idea what I was going to do. So I just thought, I love these pages, and this is what I chose. I've missed one there. Oh yeah, I just love all this. It's like chintz. I love it. And then I just backed them all with various different backing pages. These are my backing pages that I've printed them all on the back of. Yeah, and so I thought, well, some of that might be wasted, but it might not. Anyway, what I've decided to go for, Wendy did a wonderful belly band, and with a pocket, and I really liked it. And so that's what I'm going to do, because I often forget about belly bands. So this is what we're going to make. I've just finished it, so I thought I'd put it in so you can see. It's always nice to see what we're aiming for. So it is a belly band here. So tuck whatever in the back there. It's got a pocket on the front here, which I've put a nice tag in, and got a little tab here. Pull that out. The window reveals a nice image back there, and we've got massive bit of journaling there. So that is what we're making. So we shall now begin. So she used an envelope. She did it on a mini journal. I'm doing it on a full-size journal. So I have my journal that I put things that I've done in collaborations. I picked a page for a belly band. I think I'm going to go for this one. That's a previous Rach and Bella one. Or I could do it down a plain page, Jez. Do you know you could? Maybe I'll do it down there. Except that was a nice journaling page, as is that. But you're going to cover it, Jez, aren't you? Because you're not going to leave that. Lots of plain. Ooh. Maybe on that one. Maybe on that one. Okay. Right, I'm going to do this one. So now I'm going to choose a window section of this. Because Wendy said that sometimes when she does it, she chooses a window bit so she can put something behind it that you can see. And I thought, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I've got loads of envelopes. So that is what I'm doing. Oh, I've left a bit behind. So I'm filming this the day before it's going out, so I'm in a bit of a thingy. So I'm quite glad actually I've chosen that page that's slightly smaller, because I've got room for thingy and up. Maybe I'll change my mind and do this one, because that's even smaller, got a bigger pocket. Yeah, changes of mind again. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to add the belly band to this. So I'm going to measure the length of this. It's almost 7.5, just shy of 7.5. Right, so, and how wide do I want it? Well, I want it wide enough to cope with that, don't I? Right, let's put you down. So, oh, look at the state of this. Been doing so much. So we're going just shy of 7.5. Yeah, I'm going to fold that up so it'll be a pocket. Now, what I'm going to do first off is, because I want the pocket, so I want to seal this. So I'm going to do that first. Let's go down the edge here, but I still want the opening. So I don't want to get any glue on the opening bit. I'll probably slice off a bit this end anyway, but there we go. Seal that down. Okay. So now let me slice it off. So I'm going to have the envelope window bit at the top. So what we're doing is we're adding a belly band. The belly band's going to have a little pocket in it for a tag, and then there's going to be a pocket here for a journaling spot. So it's a belly band that's useful. Right, I'm going to put, yeah, let's put along there, and we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, quite like that. So I'm going to slice down this side in the same spot. I'm not measuring. What I'm doing is there's a point on here. Oh yeah, did it at the wrong point there, Jez. Oh well, not to matter. So now I want to cut a little bit more off this side. How much does that? Right, so we put that there. That's where it went. There. Now it's equal. So that's my belly band. So let's see what that looks like on the page in terms of size-wise. Oh yeah, that'll be fine, won't it? Coming down there. Yeah, like it. So now I want to fold the bottom up a bit. I'm going to get rid of you. so it was just shy of 7.5, so that's 7.5. We'll come back just a wee bit. That should be it. Let me double check. Yeah, fabulous. So we got a pocket there. There we are. So that is the basic construction. Sure, Wendy did one with without a window, so I could do another one with this somewhere else in the book. So I will keep that because it's quite handy. So this is now open all the way through. So I want to close it up. So I'm just going to do a small bead of glue. Yeah, I do want to open that side. Small bead of glue along the edge here to close it up. Yeah. So we've now got a little pocket there. Before I did that, I should have stuck down. Oh, Jess. Yeah, should have stuck down what I want. Oh well, never mind, done it now. It's done there. So I'm thinking that rose on the back there. So I'm gonna mark where I wanna cut. So we'll try that. So this is just so that when I pull out what's going in the little pocket, I'm left English rose. Yeah, that's great. Right, so we're gonna take a little bit more off there. Yeah, I'm going to take a sliver more off, but that, I love it. That's good, like it. So I want to put a bit at the bottom bit here. I'm going to use Collaging because that'll add a bit of stiffness to this. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. I hope you'll like what you see and consider subscribing to me. Getting back in to making regular videos. I do a haul video or an organisation video on a Sunday and a crafty video on a Wednesday, and I used to do a video on a Friday as well, but due to grief, I'm slowly getting back into it, and I'm doing just the 2 a week for now, because that's all I can manage. But I'm hoping in the new year to be back doing my regular 3 a week. So yeah, because this is an extra one for me, and yeah, it's been it's not been without its difficulties, sort of finding the time. And we've had to, because we had to watch, I watched loads of videos on Wendy's channel. I mean, I do watch Wendy's videos anyway, but I wanted to go back and find an old one, so that people might you know, watch a bit more of Wendy. If they find one from ages ago, then they might think, oh, I'll have a look at some more. That's what I'm hoping. She's got a lovely little channel, and yeah, I think she deserves more subscribers than she's currently got. So she has some brilliant ideas. Very neat crafter, unlike me. Tend to be a bit more, well, my desk is a right mess, but a much more shabbier and grungier. One of her projects I watched was putting some grunge in, which I nearly did, but it was a long one, and so I wanted to do something a bit quicker. And she says she's not really that comfortable with the grunge, but so I do like to see people doing neat things. It's just not something I necessarily aspire to. Right, I'm going to just ink down the edges here, because there is a white gap, and I'm not going to put a sliver there. So I'm just going to ink up the edge there. So that's that. This is going to get folded up. So now we need to cover the outside of this. So that's I want something sort of bluey, because it's blue paper on the other side. So I could continue with that sheet, but there was this, I liked this, and I think that'll be a good match for the blue of the ledger paper. Yeah. There is Crash Bang Wallet there, which is not unusual in the background with me, because I literally like scooch things to the side. I don't want happy birthday. So we're going to lose that bit at the bottom there, but I do quite like that. So I'm going to collage it a bit, actually. So, right, the next section, I'm just collaging over the front of the envelope. It's not rocket science, so I thought I'd speed it up a bit and do a voiceover, because the video was 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I want to cut some out of it. So I thought this was the best way of doing it. So I've decided, because it's a window and it's got rounded edges, that when I collage, I'm going slightly over the envelope, the window a little bit, so that I've got squared off edges, because it's hard to, you know, collage those round bits. So I'm sort of making my life a bit easier. I realised that word there, the birds, whatever it was, I can't remember, would be nice on the front of the pocket, as there's a bird there. Thought that'll work, so I'm just cutting that down to bird notes. That was it. So I thought that would work, so I'm just inking around, and I realised that that's the edge of the pocket. Oh, and I forgot to do that. I've just remembered that was going to be a little secret pocket with a secret tag. So I might go back and do that when, depending on how much I manage to cut out of this, just for a little extra in there, so I've left that open. So I had to neaten the edges, that's what I'm basically saying, to allow that as an option. But I had forgot I'd done it. So secret, even I forgot, and I knew it was there. But that's my brain. That's my my grief brain. I forget all sorts. So yeah. So now I'm just found it easier to go up these little sides, put the glue on the little bit, and then add what I want to stick down. I'm just neatening the edge off a bit and then inking it up, because inking it afterwards would be problematic. So there, we can stick that down, and then we can just cut it off from the other side, being careful not to cut into the envelope. It was a bit dodge what I did, so there, just cutting off a little bit more. So repeat on the other side. So I say collaging, it's fun. I really like collaging. It's something you can do without really thinking about it, and I found quite useful. I was making a lot of sort of like Moster boards and collages, when Ed first died, because that stopped me thinking about things too much. I could just get lost in doing it, and it was a good way of getting me back into crafting. And I love collage, and that's why these sort of collage sheets really speak to me. Rach does some beautiful ones, and I do really enjoy those sheets, especially, which is why I chose them. So yeah, nearly done now, and then we can get on with the more exciting bit of this project. So yeah, just finishing this bit off, and then we'll work on the pocket front and the tags and the insert. So just trimming that down. It's easier to trim from the back, less likely to make mistakes doing it that way, just inking it up there. Love it. So am I going to do, don't know, Jez, are you? Well, do I really need to cover that bit up? I probably don't, but matter of fact, and that might cause a ridge, so I'm going to leave it as that. Do I want to do a divot? So we know it's a pocket. I think I might, actually. I think I might do a divot. What sort of size divot? That size divot, Jez. Yeah. Unnecessary. But hey ho. There. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So let's get that bit stuck up. And just straighten it out a tad. There we are. So that is the belly band. We've got our side pocket and we got a top pocket. So that's going to go. Let's bring in my journal. So that's going to go down there. So that'll look right nice. Yeah, that'll look right nice. Yeah, liking that. Loving it. Right. So now we've got to do the journaling bit in the centre. So Wendy found a bit of, do that on the outside. I could choose a bit to go on the outside that has something pretty in that pocket. Oh, there's that section there. Not quite sure what we'd end up seeing. Let's have a little look-see. Cue major faffage with me cutting this down to fit properly. I just keep going backwards and forwards until I get it correctly. I was trying to get it so that flower was kind of centered. It is upside down, but I wanted that section of the flower, and I'd lost the top of the other one, so I don't think it matters that it is upside down. I don't think it's necessarily that obvious. So I'm trimming this bit, that bit, the other bit, which you didn't need to see in real time, because sometimes it's just a little bit painful, isn't it, to watch me faff like this. So yeah, measuring might have helped, but I didn't particularly measure. And yeah, but we get there in the end. Try that. 2.5, I think that was about right. Yeah, I like that. Looking good. I might add a few more little bits to this, but that is great. So my idea now is to just get some bit of coffee dyed paper. So I'm going to concertina. So what did I say this was? 2.5. No, it's just under 2.5 tears. All right then. So what I'm going to do, fold this over. It's slightly less. That's what I want. Might do one more. So we got a great big secret journaling spot. Where it's going, I could do the whole sheet. Let's have a little. There. Oh, I just had to free up some space on my phone, so I hope you didn't miss out. So there we go. So it's going to get glued on there. Yeah, so let's give this an ink, then we'll stick it down. But I'm going to have a tab, which I'm going to sandwich between this and that. So let's decide on the tab. So that's going in there. What colour tab do I want? Wow, I want it to be bluish, don't I? So let's have another look. See, well, I could have it that, so it's all matching. Indeed. And then that can go on the side there. Yeah, coolio. So we want it about there, don't we? Yeah. So let's get some glue on this. Actually, just leave you there a sec. Don't really need to sandwich it. It'd be all right under that. I quite like the look of that. Yeah, I do. I'll quite like the look of that. So I'm gonna use a mixture of glue stick and Collaging. separate view on the paper. Almost a disaster because it's that way up I want it. Got wiggle room with colour. Always welcome. So now I want to cut that off the bottom. There we go. And I think I'm gonna round the corners. I just remembered Wendy did that and I thought, yep, round the corners, that's what I want to do. Makes them go in and out a lot easier. These two leading edges were a bit obscured by the one below. There we go. And then I love it. I love the way it looks like that. I will ink around all these edges, but I won't make you suffer that. So that will slip in there. Slip in there nicely. Where's me end there? So where do we want it? Yeah, about there. Right, just realised what we're going to have a problem is with this. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to take that bit off because it's catching. So I don't want that section. Maybe it's catching. You can go. And I am gonna take a slight sliver off the bottom just to make it ever so slightly shorter, because I think that'll be better. There we are. So that's in there. So I need to ink that bottom bit again now, don't I? And I will ink round all these edges. But I'll finish that lot off camera. So now we need a tag for in here. So let's see what size of a tag we need. Could do a 2-inch tag. So I have got the base there done. Is that a good size? Width-wise, yeah, it is. I'll do it up to there. Yeah, liking that. So that's like a template for what I want. So is basically 5 inches by 2 inches. That's what we're looking at. 5 inches by 2 inches. So let's get a bit of book page. Bit of book page. Slightly longer, and we'll cut it down. So let's choose. So now I can do this section that I really liked. That can be a tag base. Yep. Cut you down there. Let's glue this. Bit of glue page. Yeah, that'll work. Right. That's that. So I'm gonna take that bottom bit off. So let's going to go slightly over 5 on it. I'll take that little bit there off, where I can see the pencil. Go there to 2 inches. All right, actually, I want to see that floral bit. So I'll go down there, do 2 inches on this side. That's what I like. Yep. So let's just stick this on the back. Yep, perfect. Oh, once again, my phone was full, so I have just, yeah, I think I've sorted it out now. So there we go. So that is done. We'll just trim that now, and then we'll be good to go. Let's see, we're not quite on the edge there. Right. Off that, just a smidge. Right, so now where's the 2 inches? It is there. Slightly over. Yeah. So now I'm going to bring in a fancy punch. Like that. I would have preferred it if the floral was a little bit more in the centre, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter this really, does it? Oh, not put that away right, never mind. Stay where it is. There bottom of it. Right, so that needs a good old ink round. And then I'm going to see if I want some extra little bits of decoration on here. Just seem charming, and like that kind of speaks to me of British charm. So let's take that off. We also say charming as a sort of, if somebody says something that's not pleasant, you go, oh, charming. So yeah, you're not gonna go. Let's just cut you up. I'm sure it's not just us that have words that the same word can be used in different ways to mean different things. I'm sure that's not just a British thing. Yeah, liking you. I don't think that needs anything. I quite like, I've chosen that because I really liked that section of it. So there we go. So that bit of, let's have a bit of this behind it. I've got some that's already cut up. So let's have a bit in here that would be the right size. No, got back down to like this real scrappiness, real scrappy bits. Take this bit off. There we go. I'll cut you down a bit actually, a bit too wide. There we are, like that. So I want something in there. Do I want something blue? Yeah, might do this blue. Poke it through. Do that and that. And then I want a little bit of twine. I have some twine on my desk. Do you think I can find it? Found it. I need a serious clean up. There we go. Stick you through that. There we go. And then tie a wee bow. we go. Let's trim that. There we are. That's that like that. And then that can be just stuck to my page. Just bring my page in. Where it's going. Yeah, loving that. I am thinking that I want, I'm going to do some stenciling. I don't want that one. Let's find a nice stencil. Right. Do a bit of yeah, liking how that looks. Right, so now what I'm going to do is put a bit of glue page top and bottom whilst I'm sticking this in so that it doesn't get stuck to the page below. There we go. So that is my little project, inspired by Wendy at Little Nest Crafts. It'd be lovely if you go pop over and support her. I'll be looking forward to seeing which of my projects she chooses. So we will. Have I got a tag here somewhere? Probably got. I've got. Let's take that one from the other side of the page, which happens to match quite nicely. So it's a belly band, so you can pop something behind it. We've got a tag here with some journaling space on the back, and then we pull the tab out, reveal a pretty rose, and then this is a massive bit of journaling there. So that is my project. So you can, of course, because you've got lots of journaling there, you could choose not to use it as a belly band. It could just get stuck down. But you know, we all like to stuff extra bits here and there. So yeah, there we have it. Hope you enjoyed that. So I was just editing the video and I remembered that there's a little tiny secret little pocket in the side here that I was going to put something in. So let's get another bit of book page and I might fold it in half. I'm sort of establishing that that's about the size, isn't it? So it's only just going to be something tiny. An inch-ish. That's what we're looking at, an inch-ish. So let's just chop that down. Is that about right? Yeah, it is. Right. I'm going to glue that down with some Collaging. Going to come out the end. I'm going to cut about there down. let's find something. Something that I want to put on the end. Oh, what about all that nice little bit of lacy bit there? Yeah, it's quite nice. Right, so let's... That was a really quick decision, Jez. I know. What am I like? So now let's give that a little trim off. And we want to round the corners. Just use the teeny tiny one. And that will slip in there. Those lacy bits are upside down, Jez. So they are. So I want it that way. That's about as far as it goes. So I want to trim it down a tad. And I want to make a bit of a tag topper there. Let's do a little, just a little tiny. Little tiny tag. Shall I make it a bit bigger? No, quite like that. Let's do there we go. What I really want is to do a little divot in there, if I can. Of course you can, Malcolm. Can I get this in there? No. You can't get that in there. Oh, I could if I go this way, I reckon. I'll put that one in. Out there. That did it. And the envelope on the back that's sort of okay. There. Yeah. Liking that. So we'll just give this all... I've got a right messy desk. So we'll just... We'll just have a little bit of... this. I am going to cut it down a bit. It is a bit too long, I think. There we go. That is it. That is it now. Finished. So, yeah, that's my project. Enjoyed that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to go and check everybody else out. I'll link down below to everybody. And I'll be back next week, I think, for another collaboration project with a new buddy. I don't know what I'm making yet. So yeah, it'd be a nice surprise for us all. All right then, bye for now.